Okay, today we've got a black couch that has been attacked by a cat. So this is very, very common. So today we'll show you how to fix it. Now, as I've mentioned in the previous videos, the most important thing to do is before you start doing any leather repair work is to clean it first of all with the Pallet leather cleaner. So once we've done that, the first thing we're going to do now is clean it with the leather prep. So we'll just give that a good rub. The whole idea of this leather prep is to take all any contamination or in-ground baddies that's sitting in your leather, and it also etches it as well, so it makes the repair system that we're going to use hang on a lot better. So there we go. So what we'll do now is just wait for that to dry, and we'll cut away now, and we'll come back when it's all dried off. Okay, so now that's nice and dry, the next thing we're going to do is, if you look very closely, you can see that the cat's claws have actually gone in and they've actually pulled down. So when I rub my finger over like that, you can see it's opening up the leather. What we're going to do is we're going to run the glue inside those torn marks, and then with the glue inside those torn marks, we can then push it back up in the opposite direction that the cat put its claws into, and lay it all flat again. So we'll do that now. So using the leather glue and my special tool called a nail, we're going to push the glue into the holes. Can you see that, Pete?
Perfect.
So the idea is not to actually smear it around, it's to only put it inside the holes, and it's used as an adhesion so that when we push the leather back into place again, it sticks it down. So we're just wiping it in there. It's a bit slower, this one. Okay. This is not too bad, this one. We've seen cat scratches where the whole thing is completely peppered with claw marks, so if that is the case, then you'll need to spend quite a bit of time in doing what I'm doing here now. Okay, we've pushed the glue into the cracks, and now we're going to push the leather back up again. Just sort of wet my finger a little bit. This is actually really easy to do. Just a bit sticking out there.
And as you realise, the fact that you are using some water on it, that it's a water-based product.
Yeah. There we go. That's looking pretty good from there. So those cat scratches now, the slithers that have been pulled down, are now pushed back up into position again. So what we need to do now is just let that dry. There again, you can use a hairdryer, or if you haven't got a hairdryer, this may take 10-20 minutes. Speed that up. There we go. So that's looking pretty good. Just need to grab some sandpaper. So just rubbing my hand over there now, it just feels a little gritty. There are sharp bits sticking up, and that's because the glue has crystallised the leather. So we're going to use the sandpaper and just take the tops off so it feels nice and smooth again. So we'll cut away from there, Pete. Okay, so that's feeling quite good now. What I'm going to do now is just sand it with the sandpaper that's supplied in the kit. And as I said before, we just need to make it feel nice and smooth again and take those sharp edges off. So that's what we'll do now. So what I do is I just pull the leather out like that, so it's nice and flat. Just give it a very light sanding over the top. That's feeling pretty good. This one here is a bit of still sticking out a little. No, that feels good now. Okay, so now we've done that. If you look up real closely, Pete, you might be able to see that it's got like indentations in the, where the cat scratches dug it right in there. It actually feels very smooth, but if you look at it, you can actually see like it's got little craters where the claw's gone in. So what we can do is use the leather filler, which is also supplied in the kit, and we can fill in those valleys and make it look a lot better. So we'll do that. It is in my pocket. Okay. I'll make sure it's going to come out. Okay, you right? You on?
Hadn't been all.
Okay.
You remove it.
Okay then, here we go, we've got the leather filler.
So we'll cut there.
Okay. Using the leather filler, just put a bit on my finger. As you already know, I like getting close to my work and using my finger painting. I'm just pushing that into the crack. Just rubbing it in there. And that's actually pushing the filler into the crack itself and making it more level. It's pretty good. Sort of working on different flavours for this. This is vanilla.
It's very eco-friendly, Paul.
Yeah. I thought a licorice would be quite nice with this one.
Go with the leather.
Go with the leather, colour match the leather. So it's actually marked in there still. There's actually quite an indentation right there, so we'll fill that as well. Now that's looking pretty good. So I'm looking across there and I can't see any deep holes anymore, they're all gone. Just one there, grab that as well. I mean, you can take this as far as you want. You don't have to get it perfect if you don't want to, but for the sake of the video, we'll get it as good as we can. And need to let that dry. I can see through the
Inside it. That's it. Magic.
There's that. Okay. So now we can either dry it with a hairdryer or leave it again to dry naturally, which should take about, again, 20 minutes, half an hour. So we can either cut away now. Cheap. Piece hairdryer. Okay, so the filler now has dried, and that's actually feeling quite good. If you look closer, you can see there was quite a few major like valleys in there, which are pretty much filled up now. And I'm pretty happy with that. So our next step now is to use the scratch repair compound, which has already been colour matched to this leather. And again, into my finger painting. I'm just going to rub that very gently over top of that. So I'm sort of rubbing it into the repair area as well. So I'm forcing it right in there. And it's always better to do this thin layer upon thin layer rather than trying to get it in one hit, because that way it's going to dry thoroughly and it's going to dry a lot quicker as well. So I'm just going to use the hairdryer to dry that off now. Is it looking from back of where you are, Pete?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so we'll just repeat that again.
And as we know, with this one, it's got all the top coats, binders, resins and everything included in it. So it's an all-in-one preparation, water-based, dries very quickly and has a very good adhesion. It's starting to look pretty good from this angle here. But there again, it depends on how far you want to go with it. I mean, if a person walked into a room now and saw that, they wouldn't even know there was a cat scratch there, so I'll just keep going. Because I think I can improve that even more. Rubbing that into there.
now I'm starting to sort of feather it out into a wider area. So it's pretty good now.
That just gets the blend going, so you can blend it out.
Yep.
Matches in nicely then.
How's it look from your angle there, Pip?
No, it's good. Perfect.
See any more marks there? We've got that. How's it look?
Yeah, we've got a nice close one there just to show you that.
There's actually still a line there which we can work on.
Yep.
But that gives you an idea of the process involved.
Yep. All the fibres are gone. It's
fibres
been
are gone.
resealed, recoloured.
Yep.
It's going to last and act the same as leather will do. Same technology the tanners use when they're finishing it.
Yep, that's right.
And aesthetically, it's looking really, really good.
Oops. So it really is very, very simple, you know, it's just a matter of just following the same steps with all the repairs, and it really just comes down to your eye for detail and how much, you know, how good you want to get it. So yeah.
Very good.
There you go. Excellent.